Hey everybody, this is Sheri Traxler with ViREO Life, author of Go Forward, 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way. We are talking about stress today and handling stress, and I wanted to talk to my great friend, Dr. Loni McClellan, who specializes in stress in a way that, well, I really hadn't thought about before. And we're going to share a little bit of her story at the end. First, what do you want to do for stress? One idea, of course, that I teach you all is some deep breathing techniques. Dr. Loni, what's an idea?
Make sure you're getting lots of rest, all the rest that you need.
Yes, absolutely. And getting outside, enjoying the sunshine. Well, actually, and enjoying the heat too. I just finished a gorgeous, beautiful, mindful eating lunch. In the hot sun at Centennial Park. It started out cool, but then got hot, but at least I was outside enjoying that, and it helped stress. I was able to decompress from morning before coming over to do our time together. Now, what are some other ideas that you might have for stress?
You know, a really simple one is just to smile. When we smile, it sends endorphins to the brain.
Oh,
so
how
even
fun.
even if it's a fake smile, the brain doesn't take
This
the
isn't
time.
fake. This is real.
So just giving yourself a smile can help reduce stress by releasing endorphins.
Super. Now, we're going to talk about the unusual thought of stress. Have you ever thought about how your physical nervous system, we often think about, okay, if I'm stressed emotionally, that impacts me physically. But it actually can go the other way around. So Dr. Loni is a chiropractor who specializes in the nervous system stress. Tell us how all that connects.
Absolutely. So when we're talking about stress, first off, there's three main types of stress. First off, we think of the emotional, the mental side of stress. Then there's the physical side, which is really two main types. There is what we call a macro trauma, which would be anything as big as if you were in a car accident, to a micro trauma, which is if you sit at a desk working all day, or if you're looking down at your phone over and over. The physical stress of your body being in that position. And then thirdly, we've got mental stress, the physical stress, and then chemical stress, what we're eating, drinking, breathing in, and
hormonal, would that fall into the chemical stress?
Yes, it would.
All right.
All coming together, what the body's absorbing and holding on to. All three types of stress, the body is going to, really the body knows how to clear it out. It's just when there's a hiccup in the system that it gets stuck somewhere in the body and it's not able to clear out. Now there's one organ that is in control of all of this, of telling the body to clear it out. Do you know what that one organ is? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh!
I know.
And we're not editing this, so, well, one organ, I would generally say like the nervous system, the brain,
You hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
It's the brain. Lots of times we think of just the organs that are below the neck, but this organ right here is in control of clearing everything out stress-wise in the body.
Which is probably why sleep that you mentioned is, okay, cool, this is coming together.
Yes,
Keep going.
it is. So the brain talks to the entire body through the nervous system. So when we have that buildup of stress, whether it's one of those three, the mental, the physical, or the chemical, that's when there's a hiccup in the system, that nervous system isn't able to tell the body to clear it out. It's kind of like a bad cell phone. If you're talking on the phone and you get that static in there, it's like, did you understand that?
Right, okay.
No. So when the brain's trying to talk through the nervous system and there's that misalignment, and it's not able to get through, that's when stress builds up. So we look at where in this nervous system is that misalignment, where can we take off that interference?
All right, so with chiropractic then, if I'm hearing you right, somebody has built up some stress, things are misaligned, so the brain is not able to clear that stress. When you realign, it helps the brain do what the brain is supposed to do.
Exactly. We
Okay.
get back to functioning and the body feels healthy and is healthy.
Now you have a little tool that you use for this, or at least to help with this. Do you have it with you?
I do. So the scan that I do in office is a very simple infrared thermal scan.
Okay.
Just here. It's just a small handheld device, and this will basically take a temperature of your spine to show where in the nervous system is that little misalignment that might be causing the stress to not be able to clear out. It's very simple. It goes from the tailbone up to the top, just behind your ears.
Okay.
And you'll just feel it roll, and that's all you feel. The infrared thermal will go beneath your skin without you feeling a thing.
And that helps you know where something may be off, causing blockage?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Now, I know you have a personal story with this of how you got interested in the chiropractic, the nervous system relating to and what feels like emotional nervousness. So tell us that story.
Absolutely. So when I was younger, I was one of those sick kids. You know, you see kids, they always seem to have a stuffy nose or draining and just not feeling great. Well, I was one of those kids. And I was also a perfectionist. I wanted to go to school, I wanted to get the top grades, and I was just an anxious kid. So when I was getting sick all the time and missing school, it was so hard on me to try to go back and forth between being a high performer, getting sick, falling
that
behind.
makes sense.
And so for me, it came out a lot in sinus infections and ear infections. You hear about kids getting ear infections a lot, even now. And so I was on antibiotics, it seemed like every month, but every few months, my mom would be back in the doctor's office with me, and I'd go on another round of antibiotics, I'd get back into school, and the cycle would just go over again. Well, it wasn't until I was about 16 that, just by happenstance, I went with my mom to her chiropractic appointment, and the chiropractor said, "Since you're here, would you like to get
Might as
checked
well."
too?" Exactly. So I said, "I guess so. I don't know what this is going to do for me, but sure." And so he checked my spine to see if there was any interference in the nervous system. And he found right at the top of the neck that there was. And so he adjusted the top vertebra. And at the time I thought, okay, well, that was cool, but nothing that really changed anything for me. It wasn't until about a year later that I realized that I hadn't gotten another sinus infection or ear infection maybe once that year, when I had been getting them about once every 2 to 3 months, every season change. It was huge. At the time, I was still a teenager, so I thought, oh, I guess I just grew out of getting sick all the time. And it wasn't until I went back to, or I graduated and went to college, that I started getting sick again. And I was studying long hours, not feeling well again. And my sister was the one who said, you should go back to the chiropractor. And so I got under regular chiropractic care, and I couldn't even tell you the last time I had a sinus infection. Ear infections are long in the history. I can't remember that either. And my allergy symptoms have gotten better, all sorts. And then my stress levels have decreased. It all came together for me.
Wow. So you all now know what to do. Use everything at your disposal to help manage stress. Get outside, eat well, sleep well, smile. I love that one. And if something is misaligned, which for most people, that's probably the case, get checked out. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for sharing your story. And remember, find your path and fulfill your potential.